How are you doing? Welcome. We told you that a lot of things are happening around our artists, our musicians. Kim Promise has posted an article about a show he's going to do in Singapore, and the show is sold out. It's happening on the 26th of April, and the show is already sold out in Singapore, and he's quite excited, and so are we, because usually our conversation here has been how come our artists are not able to break into other markets, sell out auditoriums and all. So to see that one of our own is doing it and is doing it so well, it's quite exciting, and I think it's worth taking the time to also talk about. So a big shout out to Kim Promise. I know that in as much as he had had a lot of international recognition before his Terminator hit, I know that the Terminator has also sort of given him that home backing that he thought probably he didn't have, and I'm quite excited to see what he's doing with the Terminator hit and what he's doing with all the hits he's had over the years, and how he's going to make that count and move him to the next phase of his career. So big shout out if you're watching and you know anybody in Singapore that can show up for Kim Pro. In fact, the show is even sold out. What am I even talking about? But if you can support, and let's push our brother out there. Now, Tiwa Savage, if you remember very well, some years back, Tiwa Savage's video was just last year. Tiwa Savage video, a video of her having an intimate moment, went viral, and according to her, one of the biggest fear of hers that came with that thing was that her son would see it on the internet someday. But she got in touch with a very powerful IT specialist, and they have removed every trace, absolutely every trace of that video online. And it's not just online. Those of you that have a whole archive of people's nakedness and people's sex tape on your phones, saved on pen drives or saved on cards hidden for whatever reason that you do that, all of them has been wiped from every device. Is gone. Like, even if you saved it on a CD, right, it is gone. So I must say that's some powerful IT work, but it means that every information out there can equally be erased if only if you have the financial wherewithal to meet with the right specialist. But I'm very excited that, as she said, she's been able to cover her tracks with this one, because I mean, the sad thing is, you and I will have an opinion, but the ones that really matter to her obviously was the one from her child, and she's glad that she was able to get ahead of this particular one. Yaw Tog has a project called Young and Matured. It's an album, it's an album. It's more than 6, so it's an album. And usually they don't really say album, they say tape, making look cool, but it's an album. And this project is quite exciting. I've seen Sarkodie is pushing it heavily, because Sarkodie has a song on it with Yaw Tog. Other artists that I know, Amihere, Kweku Fleck, Baby Boy, Bad Boy Teams, and others have songs on this project, and I'm quite excited. In as much as the project is doing well, it doesn't seem as though the project has gotten a lot of media attention. I mean, we've seen Yaw Tog in the industry some time back, and we've seen Yaw Tog now, and I just want to say that I don't know if I should say it looks like the media has removed their eyes from him, or it's him that did not play his cards well, or it's just the natural order of things, especially here in Ghana when it comes to talent and how talents are handled. But I know someone like Yaw Tog, they have seen the highs and now they're probably seeing the lows, or they have seen the lows and now they're finding the midpoints. Whatever it is, I just hope that they don't quench the fire within them, or whichever response they get doesn't quench the fire within them, but they'll keep floating within the space till they hit their big break again. And I'm quite excited for people like Sarkodie. All the time I keep saying I'm very excited for people like them, because I know for a fact that even if he wasn't on this project, he would have still pushed the guy, because I think he's one of the people that understands how this industry can bury you, and so he goes out of his way to actually support young talent, and I'm quite excited for that. So I'm hoping that the other stalwarts that talk and then things move and shake in this industry will also make it part of their plans that they will push the young ones and who come and then sometimes hit a certain limit and then they need the help push them, carry them across this phase, so that we can have more talent in our system and not just one time hits that wash out all the time. Let's keep pushing these artists and then get more of them to move from this phase to the next level. So all the best to Yaw Tog, and if you haven't streamed the project, please go and stream the project. Let's support the young chap, the young boo. Now, Serwaa Amihere, she has been involved in a lot of controversies for some time now. Oh, ready. A lot of controversies for some time now, and Serwaa Amihere has dropped a presser to apologize for the controversy she has been involved in for some time now. According to her, the issue happened, or the video that she was being blackmailed with was recorded 5 years ago, and at the time she didn't know, or she underestimated her potential of what she could possibly be and what she would represent in society. And yes, first of all, when I saw the thing, I was like, come on, the same way you're a few. Now you've gone to open it up again. But of course, per the order of things, an apology is in order. And obviously, this is not specifically to agenda boys and agenda girls. This one is to the brands, the very reputable brands that Serwaa Amihere is affiliated with, the very, very important people that are in her life that she has met, she's connected with, the brands, the platform especially that she sits on. This kind of apology goes to all of them. It's some form of, to restore the image of the Serwaa Amihere brand that she was affiliated with, or she was held in that position she was held in. However, my thing is, has it not kept too long? Because now as a referee, and then the conversation has now started again, and my conversation is now that you've apologized and all of that, what is the way forward? Because I know the issue is no longer with you. The issue is now with the state, and the state is still going to pursue it. So it looks like whichever reason that you are apologizing for, the hurt you've caused people, it looks like if the case is still being pursued by the state, it means this issue might not die off soon. It will keep coming up. And for how long are you going to sort of relive the moment that you are trying to put behind you? Also, in the fourth paragraph of the press that she said that at the time, this video was 5 years ago, at the time she underestimated her potential. And I'm like, Serwaa Amihere, 5 years, 6 years ago, you were still the Serwaa Amihere we know now. You were that powerful, unless of course, well, you were that your potential. Serwaa Amihere at the time, I think it was right a year after that now. Somebody went to call you on national stage about your bat, and then it became a national conversation. Serwaa Amihere has been a national asset and a national person for a very long time. So I don't know at what point she's now realizing that she has a lot of power in the space, and then things about her goes a long way. I really don't know if that part should have been in the apology, because Serwaa Amihere 6-7 years ago, you are still the Serwaa Amihere that we know. Like, you are one of the big things on our TV. So I really don't know at what point recently that you've realized your potential and the place you hold in society. But nonetheless, the apology, as I've heard, was very necessary. The timing is questionable, but I hear it's quite necessary for the brands and the things that she's doing, and for the future of her career and the businesses that are associated with her. So I think for me, someone like me, this thing never really bothered me. So I guess I didn't need the apology, but I'm sure there are people that matter in her life that she thinks she needs the apology. So I hope we can forget this and then move past it, because she's still an astounding woman. Whether or not this thing happened to her, it doesn't take anything away from the woman Serwaa, or who she is and what she represents. So let's just forgive and just let's move on with life, because a lot of has been happened between the time and now. So this has been Tiwa the Talkative as usual. Ghana has done it again. Doom so has happened again. So do subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and if there's anything you have to do it now. Hasluja.